All right, now let's choose an AFC team that nobody's talking about that we should be talking about. And the interesting thing is that we could just identify those teams, and I could give you just a list to choose from because everybody's talking about the AFC. So the AFC teams that fewer people are talking about, you could pretty much putting anybody not named, or you could put the entire AFC South if you want to throw Jacksonville in there. Then you've got the Browns and the Steelers and the Patriots. Pretty much everybody else has been talking about the AFC West. Pretty much, unless you think we're overlooking the Broncos, because in the same way that everybody thought Pete was washed, and clearly we learned last year he wasn't. Folks are saying Russ is washed. I'll give you the floor on that one. Louis?
Yeah, you know what? The team I'd be looking at really would be Jacksonville. I mean, look, I'll just mention Denver really quick.
Sure.
You know Sean Payton as well as anybody. Look, Sean, I think, is one of the great coaches of our time period. When you talk to him for production meetings for television, this guy. Most coaches want to get you in and out of there. They're kind of like, I don't really have time for this, man. I'm trying to prepare my team. It's Saturday, whatever. Sean Payton gives you an absolute PhD education on roster building, player utilization, scheme, strategies, tactics, every single time. I come away from his meetings every single time going, this dude can coach. This is a guy who, if I was a GM and he was a free agent, I'd go, I like his no-nonsense. He's a little gruff, a little edgy, very knowledgeable about all his players. So, yeah, I think Denver is going to be better than what people think they're going to be. Unfortunately, they're just in a meat grinder of the division with the best team in football. But Jacksonville, for sure, is the team. And the South's going to be better overall.
Okay.
But Jacksonville has got dudes, man. And Doug Peterson is a fantastic coach. Their defensive coordinator, Mike Caldwell, is going to be an up-and-coming, under-the-radar head coaching candidate who's going to get some interviews this year. What Calvin Ridley's going to do for Trevor Lawrence and what Trevor's going to do for Calvin Ridley, Calvin's going to burst back onto the scene as being that guy who, before he left and was suspended, I thought was the best route runner in the NFL. Period. He can run any route and absolutely break your ankles, tear your ACLs, dislocate your – this guy is a route-running just genie. And he is going to do wonders for this outside passing game for Jacksonville. Now, it really does – it comes down to, for me, how this offensive line continues to evolve, especially at the tackle position, because now, they're going to have to start a rookie in Anton Harrison at left tackle because of the suspension of Cam Robinson. They're going to have a new right tackle in Walker Little. But the running back, Travis Etienne, is a stud. Tank Bigsby from Auburn, the running back they got in the third, I thought Tank was one of the best running backs in the draft. I mean, in the third round, he's going to be another one of those guys where I look back and go, how the hell did Tank Bigsby last till the third round? He's going to be that kind of guy. This Brenton Strange, who they drafted from Penn State, the tight end, him and Evan Ingram will be as good as a pass-catching duo as there is in the NFL. And I know people are going to go, damn, Louis, you're always so, positive on all these. Not everybody can be this good. Look, you know me, man. If I don't like guys, I'll say I don't like guys. I like this team. And they are going to be explosive on offense. And defensively, they've got athletes galore everywhere. It's really going to come down to, look, Mike has got – this is where I think it's going to all come together. Yep. See, Mike is a young up-and-coming defensive coordinator. He's got a bunch of guys on the defensive side of the football that are just fantastic freaking athletes who are young and are still trying to figure out how to play together and make plays in the biggest of moments. I think that's all going to come together because Doug Peterson as a leader and as a person, I couldn't be higher on any coach in the NFL as I am on him as far as a guy who's already won a Super Bowl, but now it's kind of like trying to put his name back in the upper echelon of coaches again. And so I think Jacksonville is – and here's really what makes it all go. End of story. It makes it all go. We went over to London last year before they played Denver and did their game for ESPN Plus. Talked to Doug extensively about Trevor Lawrence's maturation as a quarterback and how he had to basically almost be like rehabilitated and kind of had to really be infused with confidence after the struggle he had as a rookie, not just on the field, but just with his confidence and with the way he was coached and the way he was supported and not supported and how he was he basically was the adult in the organization his rookie year, which is unfair for him. And how you could see as the season went on, leading up to the way he played in the postseason, how this guy was just making huge strides week after week with his maturation and how he was starting to play like that guy who they said was a can't-miss guy. Year 2 in Doug's system, what do you think is going to happen to this dude now that he's got the best route runner in the NFL in Calvin Ridley, all these tight ends, a young up-and-coming offensive line that's a little green on the edges, that's got it, but they'll get better. And these running backs, what do you think is going to happen with this football team? They're going to explode.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.